Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand on top of the world? These are the tallest observation towers on the planet, structures so massive they slice through the clouds. Join me, I'm going to count down the top 15 tallest observation towers on the planet. Let's start with number 15, Tashken Tower in Uzbekistan. Rising like a steel spire above the Central Asian landscape, the Tashken Tower stands as a symbol of Soviet-era engineering and Uzbekistan's technological ambitions. At 375 meters, or 1,230 feet, it's not only the tallest structure in Central Asia, but also one of the tallest freestanding towers in the world. Completed in 1985, this tower combines communication infrastructure with tourism and scientific research, and the observation deck offers amazing views over the capital of Tashkent. The tower was built during a period of modernization in the Uzbek SSR, and it remains one of the country's most recognizable landmarks. From its observation deck, visitors can see the dense, gridded urban core of Tashkent surrounded by an expansive greenery. But despite being built nearly 4 decades ago, the tower continues to function as a broadcast hub for radio and television. It's got a rotating restaurant up there that was once a symbol of futuristic luxury, and it's retained much of its vintage aesthetic, complete with mirrored ceilings, circular carpeting, and panoramic windows framed in polished brass. Culturally, the tower holds some deep significance. It's featured on banknotes, postcards, and national branding campaigns, and for residents it serves as a visual compass, an orienting feature in a city that was largely rebuilt after the devastating earthquake of 1966. From above, it looks like a needle that rises from a mat of grid-patterned city blocks and tree-lined boulevards. The observation deck forms a faint shadow at mid-height, while the three-legged base is visible as a Y-symmetrical shape rooted in a landscaped plaza. The tower stands apart from the urban fabric. No neighboring structures come close to its scale, and from above it resembles a steel compass pin that's dropped onto the city map of Central Asia. Number 14, the Talin TV Tower in Estonia. Standing tall above pine forests and Baltic coastlines, the Talin TV Tower in Estonia is more than just a telecommunication hub. It's a relic of Cold War engineering, a symbol of Estonian independence, and one of the tallest observation towers in Northern Europe. Reaching a height of 314 meters or over 1,000 feet, the tower is located just outside the capital city, and since its completion in 1980, it has served as a cultural monument. Built in the lead-up to the 1980 Moscow Summer Olympics, when Tallinn hosted the Olympic sailing events, the tower was constructed to enhance the broadcasting capabilities throughout Estonia. Its design reflects the architectural language of the late Soviet period: heavy concrete foundations, reinforced steel cores, and a strikingly slender vertical shaft that's topped by a saucer-shaped observation pod. The observation deck is located at about 170 meters up, and once at the top, visitors can walk around through circular glass-enclosed viewing platform that offers views of Tallinn's Old Town, the Gulf of Finland, and on particularly clear days, even the distant shores of Helsinki across the water. The base of the tower features a visitor center, interactive exhibits, and historical displays that document the tower's construction and its role in Estonia's modern history. In 1991, during a tense standoff as Soviet troops tried to seize media outlets, a small group of Estonian defenders barricaded themselves inside the tower, protecting the country's television transmissions. Their successful resistance here became a national symbol of defiance and unity. Today, though, the tower is not only a popular tourist attraction, but it's also a source of national pride. It regularly hosts cultural exhibitions, broadcasts, concerts, and even extreme sports. Thrill seekers can take part in the Walk on the Edge experience. It's a tethered walk on the outer ledge of the observation deck, where people strap into harnesses and step beyond the glass walls to feel the wind and height directly. But from above, the tower emerges like a solitary vertical form piercing a green carpet of forest. The radial layout of the surrounding paths and parklands makes it like a compass rose amid the trees, with the Gulf of Finland forming a shimmering blue backdrop to the north. From above, the tower appears both remote and central, a single vertical axis anchoring the nation's modern history to its landscape. Number 13, Kuala Lumpur Tower in Malaysia. Above the city skyline, like a needle that pierces the clouds, the Kuala Lumpur Tower, also known as Menara Kuala Lumpur, is one of Southeast Asia's most iconic towers. Reaching a height of 421 meters or 1,381 feet, it ranks amongst the tallest freestanding towers in the world and serves as a communication hub and one of Malaysia's most visited tourist attractions. Completed in 1995, after nearly 5 years of construction, this tower was built primarily to enhance the telecommunication infrastructure in the capital city. The tower's base rests on top of Bukit Nanas, a 94-meter hill located in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. Now, this location gives the tower an elevation advantage, allowing the viewing deck to rise above even the nearby Petronas Twin Towers in terms of eye-level height. Visitors ascend via high-speed elevators to the sky deck that's located about 300 meters above the ground, where open-air views stretch across the skyline. The sky deck includes the sky box, a transparent glass cube that extends beyond the edge of the platform, offering a literal step into the void for thrill seekers. Above the sky deck is the Atmosphere 360 revolving restaurant that offers a fine dining experience with floor-to-ceiling windows and a full rotation every 90 minutes. Beneath the observation deck, the tower has multiple levels of lounges, conference halls, a theater, and exhibition galleries. The tower is also home to religious observances. The Falak Observatory, located near the top, is used to determine the sightings of the moon during Islamic months, particularly Ramadan and Shawwal. In this way, Menara Kuala Lumpur serves both spiritual and technological functions, broadcasting signals while also helping to shape the rhythm of national life. From above, it rises as a lone spire within a green oasis that's surrounded by city blocks. The circular base and radiating pathways are set into the tree canopy of Bukit Nanas, contrasting with the dense grid of skyscrapers. From above, it's unmistakable. It's a central axis of a city constantly in motion, grounded in culture and aimed at the sky. Number 12. The Milad Tower in Tehran, Iran. Above the sprawling metropolis of Tehran, Milad Tower stands as the tallest structure in Iran and one of the tallest observation towers. Reaching a height of 435 meters, this commanding monument of glass, steel, and concrete is not only a marvel but also a potent national symbol. Completed in 2007 after more than a decade of planning, Milad Tower combines the roles of a telecommunications hub, cultural center, and urban icon, all wrapped in a futuristic design. At the top of the tower is the massive pod-shaped head, which spans over 12,000 square meters and includes multiple levels of observation, leisure, and technical facilities. The open-air observation deck, located at 315 meters up, provides a stunning view of Tehran and the surrounding Elborz Mountains. On clear days, visitors can see Mount Damavand, the highest peak in Iran, rising to the northeast. But one of the most popular features of the tower is the rotating restaurant, which slowly turns to offer a full 360-degree view of the city every hour. The interior design of this space mirrors the harmony of the tower itself, minimalist, geometric, and elegant. From a structural standpoint, the tower is engineered to endure the environmental stresses of the setting. Tehran does lie in a seismically active region, so the tower includes a deep concrete foundation and shock-absorbing central core that can flex in response to any seismic movement. For Tehranis, the tower is more than just a tall building. It's a visible representation of the city's aspirations. In a city of over 10 million people, the tower does offer a rare space for perspective, both literal and symbolic. From above, it stands out like a silver spike in the dense grid of northwestern Tehran. The concrete shaft tapers upwards to the large circular pod, which glints in the sunlight and casts a long elliptical shadow across the landscape. From above, it is unmistakable. It's a beacon of Tehran's modern ambitions, and it's a monument to the power of vertical design. Number 11. Central Radio and TV Tower in Beijing, China. The Central Radio and TV Tower is one of China's earliest and most iconic super-tall observation structures. Standing at over 405 meters or 1,329 feet, this tower was completed in 1992, and it served as a pioneering architectural achievement for China's growing skyline. More than just a broadcast tower, it represents a key milestone in the modernization of Beijing, marking the shift from traditional horizontal development to vertical innovation. The tower's design consists of a massive reinforced concrete shaft that tapers slightly as it rises before flaring outward to support the observation and transmission pod. This upper structure includes several levels, a viewing deck at 238 meters, a revolving restaurant above it, and the multiple technical floors that house signal transmission equipment for CCTV, that's China's Central Television, and various radio networks. From the observation level, guests can view a full 360-degree panorama of Beijing's urban expanse. The Forbidden City, the Olympic Green, the Central Business District, and distant mountain ranges are all visible depending on weather and air quality. Above the observation deck is a rotating restaurant, which completes a full rotation every 90 minutes, and it serves a mix of traditional Chinese and international cuisine. The interior design here is simple and elegant, with curved glass walls and ambient lighting that enhances the feeling of floating above the city. Structurally, the tower was a major achievement for its time. Engineers integrated a deep pile foundation system to deal with Beijing's soft soil and designed the shaft with seismic and wind resistance in mind. But today, the tower remains one of the capital's most beloved tourist attractions. It draws thousands of people every year and serves as a recognizable fixture in television broadcasts and aerial shots of the city. From above, it looks like a slender spire standing beside a glimmering lake. Its wide base and radiating plaza paths form a sunburst pattern against the dense urban surroundings. The circular observation pod and antenna are clearly visible from above, and its long shadow cuts diagonally across the park during sunset. The tower seems to punctuate the geometric sprawl of Beijing with a single vertical exclamation mark. It's a moment of height in a city of history, media, and movement. Number 10. The Oriental Pearl Tower in Shanghai. Sitting on the skyline of Pudong like a trio of gleaming spheres stacked along a giant needle, the Oriental Pearl Tower is one of the most recognizable structures in Asia. Completed in 1994, it stands at 468 meters or 1,535 feet, and it's become a visual icon of not only Shanghai, but of modern China as a whole. The structure is supported by 3 diagonal columns, each anchored into a massive circular base. Between the columns are 11 spheres of varying sizes, each a different functional space. The 2 largest spheres, known as the lower and upper, contain the main observation decks and restaurants. The main viewing deck, located at 263 meters, offers uninterrupted views across Shanghai's riverfront, skyline, and massive grid system. One level above, at 351 meters, is the Space Module, a smaller high-altitude observation capsule with wraparound windows and interactive digital exhibits. But perhaps the most exhilarating feature is the glass-floored Skywalk deck at 259 meters up, where visitors can walk directly over the city below, supported only by clear panels. The sensation is both terrifying and unforgettable. In addition to the observation decks, it includes a revolving restaurant, of course, multiple cafes, a museum of Shanghai history, and an underground shopping arcade. But from above, it dominates the skyline like a jewel embedded in steel. The tower's spheres shine against the concrete and glass of neighboring skyscrapers, and its shadow moves in perfect arcs across the waterfront. The combination of symmetry and surrealism makes it visible, identifiable, and unforgettable, even from hundreds of kilometers away. Number 9. The CN Tower in Toronto. Rising proudly above Toronto's skyline at the edge of Lake Ontario, the CN Tower is one of the most iconic towers in the world, and a lasting symbol of Canadian engineering. At 553 meters, or over 1,800 feet tall, it held the title of the world's tallest freestanding structure for over 3 decades, from its completion in 1976 until it was surpassed in 2009. Today, it remains the tallest observation tower in the Western Hemisphere and an enduring architectural icon known worldwide. The tower's structure is divided into several zones. The central shaft, a hollowed hexagonal concrete pillar, was constructed using a continuous slip-form method, which was a remarkable feat for the 1970s and still considered one of the most dramatic moments in Canadian construction history. Visitors can ascend the tower through high-speed glass elevators which travel to the main observation level at 346 meters in under a minute. The deck offers sweeping views over Toronto, Lake Ontario, and on exceptionally clear days, even across the water to Niagara Falls and the edge of New York State. The indoor viewing area includes a glass floor that allows visitors to stand directly above the city streets below. That's a thrill that remains one of the CN Tower's most popular features. Above this is the Sky Pod, located at 447 meters up, accessible by a second elevator. The Sky Pod is one of the highest public observation platforms in the world. But beyond observation, the CN Tower is also home to the 360 Restaurant, a revolving fine dining experience that completes one full rotation every 72 minutes. For thrill seekers, the tower has the Edge Walk, that's a hands-free walk on a 1.5-meter wide ledge that encircles the tower's main pod, 356 meters up. Guests are tethered to an overhead rail but are otherwise exposed to open air as they lean out over the city, making it one of the highest full-circle walks of its kind in the world. From above, it rises like a compass needle on Toronto's lakeside. Its long shadow sweeps across the adjacent Rogers Centre and downtown buildings, and the circular observation pods are clearly visible even in moderate resolution imagery. From above, it looks like a spike that was planted at the edge of a continent, a towering statement of progress, precision, and pride. Number 8. The Tokyo Sky Tree. Rising over the world's most populous city, the Tokyo Sky Tree is more than just the tallest structure in Japan. It's the second tallest man-made structure on Earth, at a staggering 634 meters, or over 2,080 feet. The Sky Tree is an engineering marvel and a cultural statement, a broadcasting tower, observation deck, and symbol of resilience, all rolled into one soaring column of glass and steel. Completed in 2012 in Tokyo's Sumida Ward, the Sky Tree was designed to replace Tokyo Tower as the city's primary broadcasting hub, which had been compromised by the vertical congestion of surrounding skyscrapers. But its design brief extended far beyond its utility. The developers wanted a structure that would be earthquake-resistant, spiritually harmonious, and instantly recognizable, something that would speak to the traditions of Japanese craftsmanship, while also launching Tokyo into the future. The Sky Tree includes two major observation decks. The first, Tembo Deck, is located at 350 meters up, and it offers wide floor-to-ceiling glass windows that provide views across the entire Kanto region. The second Tembo Galleria is perched about 450 meters up, and it consists of a spiraling glass rampway that gradually ascends to a final lookout point known as Sorakara Point. On clear days, visitors can see Mount Fuji rising in the distance like a myth rendered in real time. Culturally, the Sky Tree has become an icon. It appears in anime, films, video games, and marketing campaigns, and it's illuminated nightly with LED shows themed around different seasons, holidays, and historic events. For residents of Tokyo, it's a new lighthouse for the 21st century, quietly watching over the city's endless tides of people, motion, and innovation. From above, it's a celestial pointer emerging from a city that never ends. Its tapering shadow arcs gracefully across the rooftops, and its triangular base shape is visible from above like a perfect geometrical sigil. At night, satellite sensors capture the tower's ever-changing glow, sometimes violet, sometimes gold, sometimes a shimmering blue that pulses like the heartbeat over Tokyo. From above, the Sky Tree is a monument and a measurement, a vertical line that connects sea level to the stars. Moving on to number 7, the Berlin Television Tower. Standing tall in the historic heart of Berlin, the Fernsehturm, or Berlin Television Tower, rises to 368 meters, or over 1,200 feet, making it the tallest structure in Germany and one of the tallest towers in Europe. Constructed during the Cold War by the German Democratic Republic, or the GDR, this iconic tower was completed in 1969, and it instantly became a symbol of both East German technological prowess and a permanent fixture in the Berlin skyline. Today, the tower is one of Germany's most visited landmarks and a living emblem of a city that's undergone radical transformation. The design of the tower is sleek and unembellished, a slender reinforced concrete shaft topped with a gleaming spherical observation pod capped by a long red and white antenna. The reflective stainless steel panels on the sphere were polished to a shine, creating a mirror-like effect that continues to dazzle in the sunlight. At 203 meters, the tower features a main observation deck that encircles the spherical pod. The deck offers panoramic views of Berlin's sprawling mix of modern construction, neoclassical buildings, and preserved Cold War architecture. The television tower rotates, albeit slowly, giving visitors the opportunity to absorb 360 degrees of the capital without taking a single step. Above the observation is the Telecafe, a revolving restaurant that completes one rotation every 30 minutes. But beyond its original purpose as a broadcasting hub, the tower now functions as a cultural space. Its observation levels host art installations, seasonal events, and private celebrations. The tower is also often illuminated for national holidays and causes, making it a beacon of public solidarity. Its nightly glow in red and white stands out against the city skyline like a silent guardian watching over Berlin's ongoing evolution. From above, the spherical pod reflects the sky and forms a perfect circular shadow below, especially visible at midday. The radial symmetry of the plaza surrounding the base, combined with the sharp lines of the rectangular city blocks, makes the tower easy to spot in imagery. From above, it looks like a gleaming eye that's set into the face of the city, a watchful icon of history, perspective, and transformation. Number 6. The Lotus Tower in Sri Lanka. Touching the skies above the island nation of Sri Lanka, the Lotus Tower, or Nilam Kuluna, is a vibrant addition to the global skyline of observation towers. Completed in 2019 and standing at 350 meters or 1,150 feet, the Lotus Tower is the tallest structure in South Asia. With its lotus-shaped design and multicolored illumination, the tower adds a burst of futuristic beauty to the Colombo cityscape. Now, the form of the tower was inspired by the sacred lotus flower, which holds spiritual significance across Sri Lanka's religious communities, which symbolizes purity, enlightenment, and rebirth. The tower's green base, purple petals, and golden spire mirror the colors and forms of a blooming lotus, creating a silhouette that's both delicate and commanding. The observation deck, located about 240 meters up, offers an amazing view of Colombo's rapidly growing skyline, the colonial buildings, bustling ports, and the Indian Ocean stretching beyond. Below the observation level is a luxury banquet hall, often used for diplomatic events, weddings, and business gatherings. The tower also features a revolving fine dining restaurant, the first of its kind in the country, which combines both Sri Lankan cuisine and international culinary offerings with panoramic views. The Lotus Tower has quickly become a source of national pride. It appears on currency notes, in branding campaigns, and in tourism promotions as a visual shorthand for Sri Lanka's modern aspirations. Despite the early controversies surrounding the construction delays and funding sources, the tower has been embraced as a hopeful symbol of progress, unity, and technological ambition. From above, it looks like a slender stem that rises from a dense cityscape. The reflective dome pod glints in the tropical sunlight, and the lotus petal shape is visible even in the radial symmetry of the tower's upper structure. From above, it looks like a single blooming flower rooted in concrete, a brilliant symbol of Sri Lanka's past, present, and skyward future. Number 5. The Lot World Tower in South Korea. In the vibrant metropolis of Seoul, South Korea, the Lot World Tower is a gleaming symbol of South Korea's emergence as a global force in architecture and technology. At 555 meters or 1,819 feet tall, it is the tallest structure in South Korea and one of the tallest towers in the world. More than just a skyscraper, the Lot World Tower is a vertical city, housing everything from shopping malls and luxury hotels to offices, art galleries, and some of the world's highest observation decks. The building contains over 123 floors, with the highest occupied floors dedicated to public observatories and event spaces. The Seoul Sky Observatory, located on floors 117 through 123, offers amazing views of the Han River, the sprawling city of Seoul, and the distant mountains that frame it. One of the most popular attractions here is the glass-floored sky deck on the 118th floor, the highest glass-floor observatory in the world at the time of its opening. The uppermost floors of the tower include private lounges, a rooftop cafe, VIP suites, and sky terrace. On clear days, visitors can see Incheon and even as far as the Yellow Sea. The views of Seoul below, its patchwork of bridges, ancient palaces, and neon-lit skyscrapers are among the most dramatic on the continent. Beneath the observation decks, though, the tower houses a 6-star luxury hotel, offices, residential units, and the Lot World Mall, a massive retail complex that includes cinemas, restaurants, and an aquarium. The Lot World Tower has become a new symbol of Seoul, replacing the historic Namsan Tower as the dominant spire in the skyline. It features in K-pop music videos, Korean dramas, films, and international broadcasts. It's often lit with massive LED projections during the holidays, from the Korean flag on Liberation Day to animated fireworks displays on New Year's Eve. From above, the tower rises from Seoul's southeastern quadrant like a silver blade that pierces the grid. Its sharply tapered shape is unmistakable among the lower-rise urban density surrounding it, and the reflective glass facade captures sunlight like a mirror. From above, it resembles a vertical monument to Korea, a tower that doesn't just scrape the sky, but reshapes the land around it. Number 4. The Oanina Tower, Moscow, Russia. Rising in the northern skyline of Moscow, the Oanina Tower stands at 540.1 meters, that's 1,772 feet, and it remains the tallest of the freestanding structures in Europe. Completed in 1967, the tower was a monumental Soviet engineering achievement, holding the title of the world's tallest building for 8 years, and still ranking among the tallest observation towers in the world today. The tower's shaft is made of reinforced concrete and supported by 10 internal steel cables that absorb sway from wind and seismic activity. The construction required pioneering materials and techniques at a time when computer modeling was still in its infancy. The observation deck, located at a height of 337 meters, is enclosed in glass, and it offers amazing views across Moscow. Visitors can see the Kremlin and the radial sprawl of Moscow's extensive road network. On exceptionally clear days, the visibility can stretch beyond the Moscow Ring Road and into the rural fields of Moscow Oblast. The tower has not been without incident. In 2000, a fire broke out at a height of 460 meters, severely damaging the upper levels and resulting in a tragic loss of life. The incident led to major upgrades in fire safety, communication redundancy, and emergency access systems. Today, the tower includes multiple internal stairwells that are reinforced escape capsules and integrated sensor networks. The Oanina Tower represents both a Soviet legacy and Russian resilience. It remains a favorite among architecture enthusiasts, television historians, and engineers. Its image is often used in branding, postcards, and television backdrops, and the elegant tapering form is instantly recognizable to viewers across the former Soviet Union and beyond. From above, the tower stands like a pencil that pierces the city fabric of Moscow. The base and needle-like shaft rise from a landscape circle surrounded by geometric roadways and low-rise buildings. The tower resembles a radio spike connecting the earth to the sky, silent, precise, and towering over a city that never sleeps. Number 3. The Canton Tower in China. Spiraling elegantly above the Pearl River in southern China, the Canton Tower is one of the tallest and most visually striking towers on Earth. Standing at 600 meters or 1,968 feet, it was the tallest tower in the world when it was completed in 2010, and it remains one of the most prominent landmarks in Asia. Its twisting hyperboloid shape, narrow at the waist and wide at the base and top, has earned it the nickname Supermodel of the World. At the heart of this experience is the observation deck, located at 488 meters, making it one of the highest outdoor observation decks in the world. This deck is also the launch point for the Bubble Tram, a slow-moving ride in transparent pods that circle the tower's top ring, providing amazing aerial views from every angle. Below this is a series of internal observation levels that include the Sky Drop, the world's highest vertical freefall ride, where people are dropped from 485 meters up down to 455 meters in seconds. But the tower includes more than just observation decks. Visitors can dine at several high-altitude restaurants, including a revolving buffet at 424 meters, and other features include art galleries, event halls, science exhibits, and four-dimensional cinema. From above, it looks like a glowing spiral that's etched into the southern edge of Guangzhou's central axis. The long shadow arcs across the riverside promenade and the cultural park below, and it's surrounded by wide avenues, green belts, and the curving river. The tower stands apart like a vertical vortex, its form both mathematic and organic, elegant and otherworldly. Number 2. The Tokyo Tower. Long before the Tokyo Skytree redefined the skyline, the Tokyo Tower was, and still remains, one of the most beloved observation towers in the world. Standing at 333 meters or over 1,090 feet, this iconic red and white lattice tower has been a symbol of post-war Japanese resurgence since its completion in 1958. Located in the Minato ward of central Tokyo, the Tokyo Tower serves as a television and radio broadcasting antenna and a public observatory. The structure is composed of over 4,000 tons of steel, and it was constructed in just 18 months. That was an astonishing feat at the time. It held the record as the tallest freestanding tower in the world when it opened, and it was the tallest structure in Japan until 2010. The tower features two main observation decks, the main deck located at 150 meters, and the top deck, located at 250 meters, offers a more intimate, futuristic experience. Tokyo Tower is more than just an observation tower. It's kind of like a vertical community. The base houses Foot Town, a 4-story complex that features souvenir shops, cafes, museums, and an aquarium. But structurally, it was engineered to withstand both typhoons and earthquakes. It's got a lightweight steel design, and it's pretty flexible, with rigorously tested using seismic simulation. Plus, the tower's lighting colors change depending on the season and the occasion, from soft golden hues in the winter to vibrant pinks and purples during spring festivals. For many Tokyo residents, it was the first tall structure they ever visited, and for many tourists, it's the first place they go upon arriving in Japan. Despite being surpassed in height by newer buildings, it has never been surpassed in emotional significance. But from above, it cuts a triangular shadow across the heart of the city. The symmetrical base and bright coloring make it one of the easiest structures to identify in satellite imagery of central Tokyo. It appears less like a monument and more like a memory, forever standing, forever shining over one of the most electric cities in the world. Number 1. Merdeka 118 in Malaysia. Towering over the city of Kuala Lumpur like a jagged shard of glass that's been carved into the sky, Merdeka 118 is the tallest observation tower in the world and the second tallest man-made structure on Earth, surpassed only by Dubai's Burj Khalifa in height. But not in raw symbolism. Standing at 678.9 meters, that's 2,227 feet, Merdeka 118 is a vertical celebration of Malaysian independence. Opened in phases between 2023 and 2024, the tower is the newest and arguably the boldest addition to the list of world's most extraordinary observation towers. It's named after the Malay word merdeka, meaning freedom or independence, and it's part of the broader Merdeka 118 precinct. That's a mixed-use urban redevelopment zone comprised of shopping districts, residential buildings, cultural spaces, and historic preservation sites. The design of the tower was led by Australian firm Fender Castellitis in partnership with local Malaysian engineers, and its form is inspired by traditional patterns found in Malaysian textiles and Islamic geometry. This crystalline form consists of a faceted glass skin that twists and tapers as it ascends, giving the tower a dynamic, prismatic quality that changes with the sun and the weather. At the core of the experience here is its world-class observation deck, known as the View at 118, situated around 500 meters above ground. The deck features wraparound floor-to-ceiling glass, augmented reality viewers, dynamic LED installations, and open-air sky terraces that offer a visceral experience of altitude and exposure. Access to this deck is provided by some of the world's fastest elevators, which travel up to 10 meters per second in closed and transparent glass shafts that reveal the glimpses of the tower's steel interior. Below the observation, though, Merdeka 118 has over 100 floors of mixed-use space, including a luxury Park Hyatt hotel, premium office space, corporate suites, high-end residences, and a retail podium known as 118 Mall. Structurally, it sits atop a deep foundation with 137 reinforced concrete piles, some drilled as deep as 120 meters down. The superstructure consists of a core and outrigger system that uses both reinforced concrete and steel megacolumns to ensure stiffness and flexibility in response to wind loads. Since its soft opening, the tower has drawn global attention. Architects, critics, and visitors from around the world have praised its design, height, and symbolic power. It's been featured in drone videos, fashion shoots, architectural journals, and travel media as one of the most exciting new vertical experiences on Earth. From above, it stands out as a beacon in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. Its angular shadow carves a sharp geometric contrast into the city's dense grid, while its shimmering glass reflects sunlight with diamond-like brilliance. Its position adjacent to Stadium Merdeka is clearly visible, and the radial symmetry of its surrounding precinct forms a flower-like footprint. And at night, the building top glows with shifting LED displays, creating a flickering crown that's detectable even in low-light satellite imagery. From above, it appears like a luminous needle that points skyward, a monument not just to height, but also to meaning, to memory, and to motion.